Welcome to Blooms and Stitches. As you can see, I am sitting on the floor. Why am I sitting on the floor? Because I'm having a back pain and I can't do the bending over to repot my Monstera that has been giving me a whole bunch of problems. So I felt sitting on the floor flat will help me with the repotting because it has to be done. I don't feel like sleeping, and this is the most comfortable position that I can be while I'm repotting this Swiss cheese. What do I have? I'm reusing this Walmart bag. I do have over here with me a bag of premium Pro Mix. I used to use Miracle-Gro, but Miracle-Gro seemed to be giving me some problems. This is Miracle-Gro. And I mix it with chunky soil, and yet still look at this Swiss cheese. It's having its own problem, right? So I have Pro Mix. I have some Perlite. I have worm castings. Some horticultural charcoal. I have a little bit of Root Max that I'm hoping that will boost her roots. And I have some Leca that I'm going to put in it, you know, just to encourage it to be more aerated. I also have over here some water with some solutions in it that I'm hoping will wash off whatever. If it's thrips, it will help to wash the thrips and so forth. So let's get on with taking her out of this pot and putting the discarded soil in the reusable Walmart bag. All right, so I'll bring you back when I'm finished with that. Definitely thrips. Look at that. Those are the eggs that are forming on the back part of it. So it's definitely thrips. All right. So let us go ahead, get off all this dirt that is on this Monstera, and let's see if we can save her from herself. As I'm taking off the dirt, I noticed something. She still has the root plug around her from when I had her when she was a baby. That may be stunting a little bit of her growth as well, so I'm taking it off. Sometimes I don't remove it depending on how strong the roots are. But for this one, because she's having a little bit of problem, I'm taking off that root bulb wrapping that the florist had put on it when they were growing them. I've had this Monstera Swiss Cheese plant for a little bit over 2.5 years, and just recently it starts acting up. So that's one of the reasons why, you know, I'm trying to see what I can do to resuscitate her. I'm just pulling off all the excessive dirt because I'm going to dunk her in my water solution to help get rid of the thrips and to give her a little bit of boost again. I've put 2 tablespoons of hydrogen peroxide. This is almost 2 gallons of water. So I'm going to put her in there and soak off what I hope will be the thrips as well as the additional dirt, so I could give her new dirt. Already you're seeing the roots. She has relatively strong root system, but sometimes when you have thrips, the thrips can be also root bound. So it's good when you see it spreading like that, it's good to take off all the dirt off of it and give her a wash. Please be careful. Don't be like me. Don't make her strong roots break off. So please be careful when you're when you're doing this. So I will reuse this container, but I'm going to wash it out properly. I'm also going to spray it out with hydrogen peroxide before I utilize it. But in the meantime, we are going to dunk this entire plant. I've taken off the worst leaves because almost all of the leaves are going to almost all of the leaves are really, really bad. So I'm going to dunk this entire thing in my makeshift jug of hydrogen peroxide and water. So let's go ahead and do that. Roots and all. The entire thing. And it's going to stay there and soak up the solution. All right. There you go. And let's hope that will help. Meanwhile, let me tie up this bag because I don't want any of this to get out on my plants. Meanwhile I'm doing that, I'm going to mix my soil together for her to be repotted. A great picture of the Pro Mix that I'm using. My video is not sponsored. I'm not there as yet. I think I just have a little bit over 135 subscribers. So this video is not sponsored by Pro Mix. I hope they're watching it and sponsor me. I have over 50 plants Pro Mix, but it's not sponsored. All right. So I do have some soil in here. Perlite. I know I said I'm off Miracle Grow, but the perlite is really, really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and sprinkle a little bit in there. I'm gonna take some of my Leca balls and add it to the mix so that it's not a lot of soil alone that is being mixed. It's very aerated. Perlite balls are just expanded clay balls. So I'm putting a few handful in there. I'm putting some of the worm castings. This, let me get my scissors. Worm castings in here as well. I bought this from Amazon and it was, I think, $21 on Amazon for this. I'm not using all of it, just a little bit. We seal it back. We have some horticultural charcoal. This is what it looks like. Also from Amazon. This is what a little piece looks like, the horticultural charcoal. Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. Soap and water can get it off. If you're a plant parent of a lot of plants like me, it is good for you to get the sulfur dust. It helps with mites, fungicide, all of those things. I sprinkle just a little bit in there, but just please be careful. Hold it away from your face. I just use this amount in there and I sprinkle it inside of the soil that I'm making. I also put a little bit of cinnamon powder in my my mix as well. Cinnamon powder because it helps to strengthen the roots, give it its nutrients that it needs. So I put like a half a teaspoon in there, and it rids the plant of spider mites as well. Be careful you don't use the same cinnamon powder that you're using in the kitchen. If you are, you need to make sure that you're keeping the utensils away. Now I'm going to mix. I'm mixing in. Don't be like me. Wear your gloves. Don't be like me. Wear your gloves while you're doing this. I think I may put a little bit more worm casting in there, but this is what it looks like in the meantime. So I'm gonna put some more granular worm castings, and I'll bring you back when I take the Monstera Swiss Cheese plants out of the water solution. All right, putting it over there. And we're gonna throw away that water. I have another, I have a neon philodendron that I'm going to repot too, but I won't bother you with that repotting because it's going to be too much. I have the see-through container that I'm using because I want to see how the roots are going, but the bottom of it I've perforated. I'm gonna cut off this small piece. I love reusing stuff as long as it can be reused. Some plant pots I don't reuse, especially if the outbreak of thrips or whatever you have is too much. I don't reuse them, but for these plastic things I reuse them and I wash them properly before reusing. This is an old one, so I think I can reuse it. I generally like using the clear containers so I can view the root system of the plant. There is a newer one I bought today, 2 of them, that I'm going to put the neon philodendron in. These are newer ones, but this is an old one that I've had that I was soaking my Leca balls in. So we're gonna go ahead and repot this Swiss cheese Monstera. So I got a pack of Root Max mycorrhizal fungi from Amazon as well, and I am going to sprinkle, I'll put in some of the soil into this container first at the bottom of it, and on the root we're gonna sprinkle the mycorrhizal fungi. It encourages strong growth of plants. Smells too. But it's soil. So what else do we expect? It's fungi. And so we are going to put the rest of the soil in there. With all those nutrients and the goodness that it needs, right? All the plant goodness. I have a solution of peroxide that I'm going to use and spray out the inside of it. Wipe it out so it's not entirely wet. And I have distilled water in that big jug that I'm going to use to give Miss Swiss plant a huge drink of water since she's repotted in new soil. I'm throwing the ozonated distilled water in my watering. And I do have some Miracle-Gro plant food. It's finishing, but it is what it is. While she's getting this lovely drink of water, I'm gonna clean down her with the same peroxide that I have. Not to put it in any grow light or sunlight for the next 24 hours so it doesn't get burned. All right. So I believe she has gotten, no, I'll let her stay there for a little bit more. And let me take this and put it on the floor. Good. Thoroughly soaked. Good. There There she is repotted, and we'll give her a couple of days to see how she bounces back from her entire ordeal of thrifts and all of those things. I do have some cleaning up that I need to do because I've made a mess, but I'm going to end the video here. Just saying thank you for joining me here at Blooms and Stitches by Anne-Marie. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. May leave a comment under this video if if you're repotting your plants a little bit different than I do, or you use some additional ingredients in your repotting. What do you do when you have thrips or spider mites? Let me know. And I just want to say, have a great day, have a pain-free day, and a wonderful weekend. Until I see you in the next one.